Okay, everyone. Okay, come on. Jingle, jingle, jingle. It's a bunny babble time. It's that time of the week. Can you believe it's been an entire week already? We have our bunny babble again. Jingle, jingle, jingle. I'm gonna do this at the start of every video now. Every time I need to get your attention. Every time there's a new topic, I'm gonna jingle the little clicker, the bell caller. I'm gonna get your attention. You're gonna give me your attention. This is how you know we've switched on to the next topic. I'm also going to jingle right now and say that you should subscribe. Make sure to check if you're subscribed. If you're not subscribed, make sure to do it. Come on, hit the bell. Come on, like the video. If you don't like the video, I'll kill you and your family. Come on. You have so much to lose. You have so much to lose. I could take away everything from you if you don't just like the video and subscribe. Okay. So this week, it's actually kind of, I struggled a little to find some stuff this week. There's only like one drama that's happening that's semi big, but I got a bunch of little stuff to talk about, I guess. A bunch of little tiny stuff. So this one ain't gonna have, it's not gonna have some big boom, but like it's not gonna have like how I was getting like warnings, people's YouTube channels are getting banned, you know, doctor disrespected little kids, you know, stuff like that. We're not gonna have anything that's big and huge, but we do have we have at least one big topic, and of course we have other segments as well. I'm not just gonna be talking about like little events. It's a bunny babble. I'm gonna babble on about a bunch of different stuff, but of course, as always, we're going to be starting off with, you know, like the actual topics that I had to talk about. Current events that are happening around the social media space. This could be anything to do with VTubers, the actual, you know, flesh tubers, such as, you know, like Dr. Disrespect, that type of stuff. You know, just stuff that's happening that I think is interesting and that I kind of want to talk about, you know? And so, you know what that means. You know what that means. That's right. I'm gonna bring this bell. I'm gonna jingle it. Yeah, that's right. Give me your fucking attention. The back rooms, Fortnite, Roblox, Fortnite, the Sigma, the Skibbity toilet. Come on, attention. Come on, attention. Topic time. This one's probably our more like the most important topic out of everything that we're gonna be talking about today. This is the big event that happened today. Well, not today, but this week. And Twitter at least is going up in storms, but I don't think anyone in like the VTuber scene or YouTube scene are really talking about it. I think Falseye made a video on this, but people started flaming Falseye because he only spent 3 minutes on it because the offender is their friend. So essentially, I'm assuming that you guys are absolutely fluent in Japanese and you guys can read every little bit of this. Right? You guys could read Japanese. You could see what's on the screen right now. You could see it's a good smile. I could read that one too. The good smile company. I don't worry. I could read that one too. I'm good. I know at least that much Japanese. Okay, so essentially there's a VTuber. Her name is called Livian. I think it's I think it's Livian. It's either that or Vivian. It rhymes. It rhymes with Ibian. I know that for at least. And essentially, so when you go into VR chat, when you go into 3D models, and when you go into like, you know, getting models and stuff like that, there's a website. That website is called Booth. That is where you get a lot of your models. That's where you get a lot of your bases. And every single time you do something like that, there's a terms of service that goes with it. VR chat specifically, if you're a VR chat enjoyer, if you go into VR chat and if you're like actually in depth in there, Booth is like the best place to get model bases. Like for example, you know that the thing that I got a DMC claim on, that was a model base. That wasn't like, I do have, you know, my own original like 3D custom made like Shiri model, but I also had this small cute base the base is called Mama Hinata, and like they're mommy. That's like what the base is, and then you edit the base, and every single time they all have 2S and stuff like that, and most of which, you know, prohibit the like availability to use sales and stuff like that. And so what Livian did was she essentially got her model off of like it's essentially just a base. She got her model off of a base that was originally from Booth. She's gone on stream a couple of times, and I don't know if this is a joke. I don't know, because she does do some edgy jokes now and then. I don't know if she was serious when she said this, but a lot of clips have come out of her saying that she didn't even like pay for the base of her model, because her model is a base. It's not her own original model. She essentially took a base, and also the small edits that she did to the model were like built into the model itself. It's already textures that the model had, so it's not like she went, like, for example, my mame model, I hired my 3D like person that makes my 3D models and stuff like that. I had them go in and custom, like, go into all the Photoshop files, go into the textures, go into Blender, go into Unity, and essentially custom mold the mame to make it more like Shiri. And then you can customize that even further. You can bring in other assets, you can edit it yourself and stuff like that. That's according to what people have been saying, not what Livian did, and not what Livian is doing. Essentially, she pirated, and this is literally coming from her own mouth, because there are clips of her saying that she pirated a VR chat model, and then she just brought it into an application where you can have like eye tracking and stuff, and she used that as her VTuber model. And so essentially, like, when you're a VTuber and when you're in that space where you use models and stuff, your model maker, your model mama, your model papa, they are essentially your bread and butter. They are the reason why you have the career that you do most of the time. I mean, obviously it's going to be part of your personality and stuff like that, but you want to show them like respect, you want to show them kindness, and you want to make sure that you have the rights to yourself. Because like one of the scariest things is just like, you set yourself, you get a brand and you make a brand, and then just you want to own yourself. You don't want someone else to own you. That you don't want someone else to own your likeness. And essentially what Livian is doing is, she doesn't own that model. She is not the person who made that model. She's not the person who requested that model. She didn't commission that model. Commissioning like custom 3D models are like thousands and thousands of dollars, which she has, but she didn't do it. She spent thousands of dollars on VR chat equipment and VR equipment and the setup and stuff. But I can't understand someone who has the money to have like super good models, super good stuff like that, and just doesn't spend it. I mean, like, even if you want to do it in a business sense, it's like you can make a huge debut and you can make a model that's way better than a base. Like, bases aren't meant to be super high quality models. They're supposed to be passive income, you know? They're not supposed to be omega insane. They're not supposed to be you. They're supposed to be a base. And like, I just don't understand someone who wouldn't want to put money into making their brand better and making their brand more stable. And it's like, what she did is stupid. This is stupid. And so essentially where the drama comes in, jingle jingle, this is the drama part of it. Jingle jingle. So Livian has been selling merch, and they just got a Nendro figurine type merchandise from Good Smile Company. That's the English words you can see there. That's the company. And essentially the person who originally created the model spoke out about this, saying, this is my model. They are using my model. I didn't even know about this. I didn't even know. Like, Livian has essentially been like leeching. They got their model for free, and they've been leeching off of this poor creator. Like, it's in their TOS. They are breaking TOS, and like, this model maker should be like, they could have came with a deal where this model maker gets a percentage of the merchandise and stuff like this. This is like a genuine lawsuit that can happen. Like, this is like big money. Like, because there's no way. Livian is pretty big. Livian's a pretty big creator, so she's definitely made a ton of money off of merchandise, which she was doing illegally. So it's like, this honestly could be a pretty big lawsuit. And because Livian has definitely made a bunch of money off of something that she doesn't own, and like, it's just dumb. And if we're gonna get more into Livian and stuff like that, they've also made, like, people have not liked Livian for a while. I hope that's their name. I know it rhymes with Vivian. I'm just hoping the L is the beginning. Hold on, let me specifically find Livian for you, and then we could go. Let me make sure Um, I could probably just go to the fucking homepage and she'll be on it. I want to make sure that I'm actually getting her name right, because that would be so... Imagine I'm just not... Oh god, am I getting it wrong? Is it Lillian? Oh fuck, I might have been saying the name wrong the entire time. Oh no. Oh god. Okay, this is... We're Fillian. Fuck. I said it wrong the entire time. Oh no. Her name's Fillian. It's not Lillian. Oh, it's not Vivian. It's not Livian. It's Fillian. Oh my god. Oh, this whole time I've been saying, oh, you know what? You know what? Bully me in the comments. You just... I know everything about her situation, but fuck is her name so stupid. Her name's so stupid. I don't care about the drama. Her name's stupid. It's a stupid name. It's so... Why? Whose name is Fillian? Is that actually a name? Is Fillian a real name? Is that a name people use? No offense to anyone whose name is, you know, like, you know, Fillian is their name, but like, what the fuck? Why not Vivian? Why not Livian? Why not Livia? Lydia? Oh my god. Ugh. Okay, anyway. So her name's Fillian. It's Fillian, by the way, in case you guys were wondering. Jingle jingle, I got my fucking, I didn't know her name. Unlucky, I guess. That's so annoying. So she's made stupid people have not liked fucking Fillian for a while, at least on the Twitter scene, and so now that, you know, she's in the crossfire, you know what people do now that they have a reason to dislike the person that they already disliked. Now old stuff is resurfacing and stuff like that, and then people were like, you should have hated this person before this happened, because they've done some horrible stuff before. So I don't consume Fillian content. I don't know much about Fillian. I literally know nothing about them aside from the stuff that has been, you know, like that I've been researching into. I don't know like what her content is normally. I don't know her normal content. I only know like the stuff surrounding her right now. And I think her thing is she's edgy. I think she's supposed to be an edgy creator. And essentially she's made some pretty edgy jokes in the past, one of which was, you know, like making fun of George Floyd, which, you know, I don't know if they got a lot of backlash for it then, but I mean, obviously that is a sensitive topic, and we probably shouldn't joke about that. I mean, like, you know, humor is supposed to be humor, but there's times where sometimes jokes aren't funny. And, you know, apparently this also isn't the first time that Fillian, her name's Fillian, it's not the first time that she's taken a model and tried profiting off a model. Apparently she also used to have a model called Mint, and she did the same thing with that model. I haven't seen or looked too much into that, so I don't know how true that is. I'm pretty sure there is a post of the person who made the Mint model came out and was saying, this isn't the first time that she's done this. She did this to me as well. And so essentially right now, at least on the Twitter side of things, everyone is coming down hard on Fillian. Everyone, Fillian has yet to speak about it. It's been about 3 days. She is like the laughing stock of the community currently. And I don't really see too many people like, I mean, people are talking about it for sure, but I haven't seen shit about it on YouTube. I haven't seen nothing. I haven't seen nothing. But that's what's going on in the VTuber community. Up next we have our funny, well, we're gonna go to the next topic now. I'm gonna not embarrass myself. We're not embarrassing myself anymore. Okay, so up next, come on, where am I? There, well, no, there we go. It's down there. Okay, next topic time. Hello, bunny babble. Hello, okay, come on. Next topic, next topic. Okay, so new game came out. This isn't gonna go into the funny game section because this is one of the big events that happened this week. It's pretty big. New game came out called Zenless Zone Zero. I played it on stream. If you guys didn't know, I stream on Twitch. You guys should do. I mean, that's where all of my clips come from. If you don't like, you know, go to Twitch. I mean, like, I guess it's fine if you don't want to go to Twitch because, like, I don't blame you. I don't watch Twitch for content either. I watch YouTube. So, like, but if you do use Twitch, you should check out my Twitch channel. But if you don't use Twitch, you know, that's fine. I get it. That's based. I understand. I also don't use Twitch for content, so I'm not gonna get mad at you. But you should be subscribed to my YouTube channel. No, that's something. We only get correct information here. We don't say names wrong. We don't get any names wrong. That hasn't happened. That has never happened. You're overthinking things. So Zenless Zone Zero came out. It's a gacha game. It's fun. Wow, you guys love gacha games. Same people that made Genshin, MiHoYo. I hope I said that one right. I played it. I have some pretty interesting opinions about it. I love the character designs. They're great. They're wonderful. They look great. The combat's pretty satisfying. I did enjoy the combat as well, though I do have a lot of problems with the game, and I don't think this game is going to be capturing my attention. I don't know if this is kind of a hot topic. I don't know if this is just like, you know, I don't know if my opinion is like against the mass majority, but when I played it, it failed to immerse me. I didn't feel it just felt so segregated, I guess. Like it just, all the parts felt like they were from different, like, I didn't feel a part of the story. I didn't feel the click. I didn't feel the connection. I don't know if it's because all the other gacha games I've ever played, it's an open world game where you go out and you walk around, you explore the place, you fight some monsters, and you essentially just go around and you explore, you have fun, you play as you get to be your character that you gacha roll for. You get to move around in the universe and stuff like that. And this one, it's more like, if I were to describe this game, it would be gacha Persona mixed with Cyberpunk, is how I would describe this game. The combat is worse than Wuthering Waves, but definitely better than the other gacha games. It's very satisfying. The complaint I would have about it is the gaming, like the actual gameplay of it, like the actual like fighting, the combat is just too easy. It doesn't feel skillful. It just feels like if you press space at the right time and you keep left clicking, you cannot lose. Like when I was playing the game, I think like 8 levels under leveled, doing like on the hard mode difficulty, like the challenge mode, and I beat it, you know, like I fucking destroyed it. And that shouldn't, like, I mean, like it is the beginning of the game, so things shouldn't be too hard, but it just like it doesn't seem like it matters if you're under leveled. It just will take longer, because if you play the enemies let out a little like glow whenever you have to hit the space bar, and you cannot take damage when you do it correctly. You essentially parry them, and then it's just it looks really cool. It makes you feel really good, but it's just easy. I don't know. Like it just didn't immerse me. Like, I don't know. I didn't have too much fun with the game. And also the gacha system was just kind of overwhelming. Like with Star Trail, Honkai Star Rail, like you got this giant train that comes by, pom-pom's there, he waddles up to you, you get a 5-star, and the tree, he gets blown away. Or like for Genshin, you get a star shoots up into the sky, and then if it's a 5-star, the star, it's slowly glowing, and then it goes to yellow and explodes. For this one, it's just their TV screens. It's TV screens. If you get a 5-star, then it just adds rap to it. they just, the music changes to add vocals to the music, and it zooms into the TVs a little bit. It's just underwhelming. And the weapon variety, because you know how like all the other games you get to pick a weapon, you get to see the character hold the weapon and have the weapon. And you know, there's like different weapon types, and there's all these different like styles of weapons and stuff like that. In this game, they're just balls. They're just balls, and when you roll, you're expected to see 9 balls. They're just like little spiky balls. It's just underwhelming. No, I'm not the biggest fan of Zenless. It's definitely the thing that I liked most about like Zenless is just it tried to be different, and I appreciate that. I like how it tried to be different, but it just lacked so many elements needed to keep my attention. Like, I don't know. That's my opinion on Zenless, and that's the end of that topic. Up next, this one's just a little mini. This one I just found like kind of interesting. You guys know Aoni? You guys remember Aoni? Like that, like the game, the Aoni game. It's coming out again. It's the remaster. That's cool. That's cool. Aoni. That was the funny that the PewDiePie played that. Markiplier. That was like the funny, the really silly looking like purple blue faced like big head. It was like RPG Maker. It was like, you know, it's Aoni. Look at that face. Look at that face. That's so cute. That's wow. That was cool. That's yeah. That's what that was. Oh, this is the update. Let's go. We're jingle. We're going back to Vivian, fucking Fillian's her name. The whatever her fucking name is. I don't. So here, this is her doing it again. This is the post that I was talking about. I'll read this out loud. We are currently receiving many inquiries regarding a specific VTuber. Regarding this matter, we do not permit the use of the sales models Mint as an original character, to sell stuffed toys, or to distribute skins in racing games. Please adhere to the terms of service when using this avatar. So apparently she did this before. She had like the Mint model. And this is referring to Fillian again. Where this is just like more context to the situation before, where I was saying that she didn't do. This is not the first time. So essentially, let me give you a TLDR of the whole Fillian situation. First of all, her name is not Vivian. Her name is not Livian. It's Fillian. That's your first update. It's Fillian. The second TLDR is she's under fire right now. Everyone's fucking on Twitter, at least. I don't know if she's being like hailed as a goddess on other websites. I haven't gone on YouTube. Essentially she fucked up. She got a Nendroid model, which is like a little figurine thingy, along with a few other of like, I'm assuming her friends were getting like these Nendroid like figurine thingies, and she doesn't have the right to sell her model because she ripped it, and she doesn't own her model, and it's against TOS to do that. And a little fun update, because I didn't show this, but the original post of the Good Smile company that was showing off the Fillian model, like the Fillian Nendroid model, got taken down. So it looks like it's not going to be sold, and it looks like things are happening behind the scenes that we can't exactly see. Fillian has taken down her post where she, made she quote unquote made an announcement. She wrote "uh-oh" to the figurine going like live, which was so funny because it's like she predicted that she was gonna fucking get stomped on for doing it. That's so bright side news is at least the model, the figurines not going up. So I feel really bad for the artist, like they had no idea, and the Fillian's probably made so much fucking money off of her model, and I doubt this artist has ever seen the light of day of it. And it's messy for sure. She also made dumb jokes. Everyone makes dumb jokes now and then, but that doesn't make them any less insensitive. Especially about especially about people's deaths and stuff like that. That's kind of, and like, it's a very sensitive death as well. It affected a lot of people. So it's like not the best thing to do, I would say. TLDR, she's also done it before, and there's just like, it's I you could only just go by like the fucking hee I'm silly, I'm stupid, you know, for so long before like you either have to learn or, you know, at one point it seems like it's turning a little less innocent hee I'm just silly, stupid, I'm an idiot, you guys can't be mad at me because I'm just dumb and I didn't know these things, to like after having enough experiences and, you know, doing this over and over again, it becomes a little less innocent hee silly, and it's a little more, you know, malicious, because you should know this and you should learn about it and you should not like keep repeating the same mistakes. You're supposed to grow as a person. Anyway, next topic, what is it? Oh my god, yeah, jingle. Do you guys remember, come on, do you guys remember this one meme? Do you guys remember the one, the fucking the Shika, noko kush tan? You guys remember that? Do you remember? It's almost like you can still hear it. It's almost like you can hear it right now. It's almost like this thing was on Twitter for so long, for so much. It was just it was 1 hour long every single time, and they posted it every single day on Twitter. They kept posting it, and then people were making so many memes, and it was just over and over again. It was a deer anime. Guess what? It's out now, and the actual full intro is also out now. So you can listen to the whole song that isn't just that part. Which also leads us into what we will be talking about. We'll be going into it a little more, because that's, you know what, we're coming into the new anime season. I don't know if you guys watch anime. You guys watch VTuber, so I can only assume you watch some animes. But I did want to bring up a few of the animes that I personally think I find them a little interesting. A little interesting. Let me move this over a little bit. Okay. There you go. Okay, so we get this Oshinoko. Do you guys remember? This was so popular. This is technically another topic. I'll jingle again. We're going into the different animes, by the way. So Oshinoko was the anime that the first episode was an hour long, and it was the one that had, the animation was so beautiful. It was so good. It was so nice. And they had such pretty eyes, and they had that one song that went overwhelmingly popular. It was the I think it was the Yasobi song. I think that's what the name of the person was. It's a good anime. I'm looking forward to this. I liked the anime a lot. I thought the animation was like just so good. I liked the characters. I liked the drive. It's kind of like a mystery mixed with an idol anime, which is really cool. It's got a little bit of the supernatural because they were reincarnated. And it's just an interesting story, and this is gonna be season 2, so this is definitely something, if you watch the season 1 of, to look out for, because it should be pretty good. And there's gonna be, I believe, 13 episodes. Yeah, there's gonna be 13 episodes in this, which is a little better than 12. Another one which is kind of funny, we got the Isekai Suicide Squad, which was teased a little bit on Twitter a while ago, and they're actually doing it. They're actually making a Suicide Squad Isekai with like the Joker and Harley Quinn and all this stuff. I hope it's not like, it actually is like Warner Bros. Japan. Like it's straight up like, that is one of the producers is Warner Bros. I'm hoping it's not 3D. The cover not looking too hot, but the actual trailer doesn't look too bad. I'm hoping it's not going to be cringe. I'm hoping it's going to be funny. I'm hoping it's going to be actually good. I'm hoping it's going to be good. This one I'll definitely watch. I'm going to be watching it as a joke at first, and hopefully it won't, like, you know, maybe it'll become more than a joke, and hopefully it's not just horrible and bad. And here's what we were just talking about. This is the Shuka noko kush tan thing. It's just, I'm assuming it's a slice of life deer anime. That is my guess. It is a comedy. It is gag humor. It is school. It's, so far there's already been a few clips that have like shown on Twitter, and they're pretty funny. I think this is the perfect example of good marketing. this song was like a viral meme, at least in my Twitter sphere. It was like there were so many memes of it. HoloLive was making memes of it. All of this stuff they were all making memes of it. And it was, this is good marketing. That was good marketing. I knew about this anime before it was even released. Before I even looked up the other animes, I knew this anime was coming out this season. And it was one of the ones that I'm like, I wanna watch it because it looked funny. They did good marketing, especially for a comedy anime. And then the last one that looked interesting to me was Gigi Harem, because I've seen a few clips of it on Twitter, and it just looks like a really, really cute romance anime with, like, a bit of comedy to it. It looks like the voice actors did an amazing job. So this one, and it's pretty animation. It seems cute. So I would take a look out on this if you guys also like, little slice of life animes. And yeah, that's not all. That's not. But wait, there's more. Not animes. That's the only ones that I decided looked super good for me. So jingle jingle. Time for the next topic. Jingle jingle. Jingle jingle. Jingle jingle. And we're on the last topic, I believe. It is the last topic. It is the last topic. Yippee! I have to refix my thing. Wow! Look at that! Wow! So this happened a little. We already got to actually see it. We did get to actually see this happen. So HoloLive, you guys know HoloLive, right? You guys know HoloLive. Our precious little VTubers that are on the EN side. Well, they also have like Japanese branches and stuff like that. But we got our HoloLive. You guys have heard about them. They're VTubers. They're the really like, Gura. She's the one that goes like that's, come on, yeah, you know it, you know it. They were at a literal Dodgers game and they sang, like, Gura sang like that baseball thing. Like, what's really awesome about this is, like, it seems like more and more VTubers are going into actual, like, culture and spaces that aren't meant for just, like, that aren't accustomed to VTubers. Like, VTubers were at a baseball game. There was on the big screen, there was Gura singing. Like, there's just, and people were enjoying it. And so it's just like, it's the VTuber culture is seeping into normal everyday stuff. Like, I think that's awesome. I think that's a great opportunity. And I think especially if this was successful, VTubers are going to become more mainstream, more meta, more opportunities will pounce up. And, you might be able to actually see, like, your favorite VTubers getting sponsorships with, like, Coca-Cola or Taco Bell or stuff like that. You might be able to actually see, like, imagine going to McDonald's and how they had, like, the meals with the people, like the BTS meal. Imagine having, like, a VTuber meal. Like, imagine having a Sherry Bun Whopper. Like, imagine. That's, like, I think that's really cool. And I think it's just showing how the VTuber stuff is just evolving, and it's becoming more than just, like, VTubers on a screen. I mean, granted, that is kind of our shtick, is that we're on a screen, but we're escaping our own homes and we're slowly invading society, which I think is super cool. I mean, like, going into a place like sports, like real life sports, feels so outside of, like, what you would normally expect for VTubers, digital people. Like, I feel like a lot of people who like baseball, who like football, stuff like that, they're a little bit of the older generation, and they don't exactly, I feel like they're not the main demographic for, like, VTubers, because, like, I feel like most of the time when you go to a ball game and you go to a football game, if you go to, like, any kind of, actual sports event, if you're, like, 40, 50, 60 and you're sitting there in a stadium, I don't know, you just would be like,
hey, Tiffany, what is this VTuber? What is this? What is this thing? Why is this little girl singing on the screen?
Like it's just, I feel like it's their first exposure to this, and I mean, hopefully it's cool. Hopefully they liked it. Hopefully this is the start of something big. Hopefully this happens more often. Hopefully this is just the start of the VTuber taking over the entire world. Maybe soon everyone will be anime people, and there will be no longer any gross, like, flesh tubers walking around the streets. We're all just gonna be on little like segways. We're all gonna look like Karen from SpongeBob. Like we're all just gonna walk around as like a walking TV, and we're all just gonna be anime characters, and it's gonna be the best. It's gonna be the best timeline. It's gonna be the best timeline. But that was all my Bunny Babble like topics. Like that's what I've like conglomerated together for that. But I do have specific things that I want to talk about that relate to me. First of all, I want to ask you a few questions. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Where's my jingle? Jingle, 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 jingle. Oh no, I dropped one of them. No. Now I only have 2 jingles. That's fine. It still works. I'm gonna have to find that. It's on the floor somewhere now. Okay, so first I want to ask a few questions. First of all, because I do want to include a little segment for questions and stuff asked. Like, for example, when you comment a question down below, and it's specifically for the next Bunny Babble, I would like to have a little segment here where I talk about, like, for example, Q&As if you have a question, or topics and stuff like that. Like, whether that be community posts or whether that be in the actual comments down below, which you should be commenting. You should be commenting about everything we talked about. But, like, for example, Conchu commented on the video on our last Bunny Babble saying that they wanted me to talk about Zlattenburg in the next Bunny Babble. Like, they wanted that to be the topic. And you know what I'm going to be doing? I will be talking about Zlattenburg as soon as after I talk about, you know, the rest of the questions. So, essentially, my question is for you is, what kind of topic, what type of, like, do you have any questions for me that you want me to answer on the next Bunny Babble? And do you have any topics that I have missed, or that you think are important, or you think that are interesting that you want me to either react to or talk about in the next Bunny Babble? Don't forget, this is supposed to be a conglomerate of a bunch of different topics and stuff like that. It's supposed to be your source of what's going on in the world, as well as just like a little talking with me, you know, a little interacting with me, a little bit of chatting where we're just, you know, you're getting me, you're getting my the fact that I left in the Fillian mistake for, I was talking about Livian for 15 minutes before, like, before realizing I got her name wrong. That doesn't mean my information was wrong, by the way. Don't call, I'm not a journalist. I did go to school for film and journalism, but that doesn't mean, I swear I did my research. Her name is so hard for me. Her name is so hard for me to get. But this is a chance for, you're getting my full, like, this is me, you know, this is I'm giving you it. I'm not, you know, I'm not editing this. I'm not, you're getting my full 100% live, like, this is my, like, the fucking in the corner of the screen live reaction, you know, like, this is a one take, buddy. This is a one shot, one take, long take. Come on, it's like you're getting everything. So if you have anything you want me to talk about, fucking comment that down below. Come on, put it down there. Any questions, go for it. And another thing I want to ask you about is, of course, what do you feel about the Fillian situation? Do you, like, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think creators should be able to use other people's models and artworks and be able to profit off of them if they didn't pay for the artists? Or do you think that they should, like, do you think the model, the person who made the base of the model, do you think they're in the wrong for getting mad at merch being made of something that they created without their consent? Or do you think that, like, this person deserves to get sued, the Fillian person? I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear your opinions. I'd love to see, like, what you guys think about the whole situation. It's pretty insane right now. It's pretty, like, the whole, like, it's like kind of the big thing that's going on in the, like, VTuber space right now. That's like the biggest event that's happening right now. I also like to hear, like, what do you think about HoloLive being in a Dodgers game? Like, literally they were singing, like, the "Take Me Out to the Ballpark," like, they literally sang the Dodgers song, and they were there the entire time. The event happened. It was July 5th, 2024, and, you know, I mean, it looked like people were enjoying themselves, and there were some really good clips from it. It seemed pretty cool. What do you think of that? Do you think this is the start of something? Do you think this is just a fluke? Do you think, like, do you not want VTubers to invade your not VTuber spaces? Do you not want VTubers to be a part of, like, the real world, like, invading? Or are you excited to see it? Do you want to see, like, do you want to see Bunny Boy somewhere? Do you want to see Taco Bell Bunny Boy sponsorship, maybe? maybe. Imagine my face on the Baja Blast, bro. You'd lose your mind. Yeah. And then what do you think about the animes coming out this season? Do you watch anime at all? Do you even watch anime, bro? Do you even watch anime? Sis, do that, bruh. Gibbity, do you even watch anime? And are you looking forward to anything this season? There's of course like a bunch of other stuff coming out this season, but those are the ones that piqued my interest the most. And you know, we also, yeah, Shika, noko, kush, that's great. The other questions, let's see, what else do we talk about? Are you excited about Ao Oni? Do you even know what Ao Oni is? And have you played Zenless Zone? And what is your opinion on Zenless Zone? Do you think the game is good? Do you think the game is bad? What do you not like about the game? And what do you like about the game? Like, what are some of these things that, like, what do you wish the game had? Or are you just satisfied? Are you happy with this game? Or do you just hate gacha games and you think they should all burn and drown and just like, they're just a disappointment? And yeah, that's pretty much all the topics that we talked about here. Now finally, Kanchu, because you commented, by the way, you guys should be jingle, subscribe and like the video. Come on, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Because you left your algorithm comment down below. Thank you, Kanchu. I will now be talking about Zlattenburg. You guys love Zlattenburg, right? You guys love Zlattenburg. So for those of you who don't know, I have a ton of lore. You can even go into the playlist. You know, there's a Bunny Babble playlist if you want to listen to the other Bunny Babbles and stuff like that. They're probably good source of just background noise, to be honest. You know, I'll jingle when I want your attention, so you can just have me as background noise constantly while you're doing your own thing. But I have a ton of lore. Another playlist that I have is the lore playlist, where, you know, so I've read lore stories. I've did a 50-minute lore video. There's a 2-hour-long lore Q&A. I have literal 50 pages worth, more than 50 pages. Around 50 pages worth of lore, 29 pages of pure world building. I have like over 50 hours of like lore ASMR. I have, you know, I have manga, I have an anime opening in the works. I have, you know, artists literally like hired to draw out characters. I'm planning on making a TTRPG game. You know, a lot of stuff is in the works. I even have for my my world space, I like have BGM for the actual places in the world. And one of the places in the world is Zlattenburg. I'm not gonna go too in depth for like I'm just gonna be going into depth about Zlattenburg. I'm not gonna be talking about like the different continents and stuff like that. Right now, all you need to know is where Shiribun lives in the world, in like the ASMRs that you've heard in my lore. They are on the modern continent. They live in a place called Plumeland, and on the continent, which is the modern continent, it's called Usaga. It is essentially a one-to-one real world of the, you know, what we currently live in, like IRL and stuff like that. Like, for example, there would be like Taco Bells and stuff. There'd be like maid cafes. The only difference of this world, aside from like all these different, you know, countries and stuff like that, is the fact that like there's also like animal boys there, because they migrated from the upper continent, which I'm not going to go into depth with. So essentially there is this place called Zlattenburg. Zlattenburg is one of the different countries that are on the modern continent, and that this country is like Kanchu loves this country. Kanchu is the person who commented on the video. They beg and plead. I swear to you, like they're a part of the Patreon. They like are in the Patreon Discord and stuff like that. They beg like almost every day for Zlattenburg lore. They've made a Zlattenburg flag. They tried making their own Zlattenburg lore. They've made language, like what would Zlattenburg be called in Slavic and stuff like that. Like they've theorized, they've asked tons of questions, and they are a Zlattenburg fan. And I'll talk a little bit about Zlattenburg, even if this is stuff that Kanchu already knows. I'm gonna at least make Zlattenburg a little more common knowledge, so maybe there will be more Zlattenburgers out there. maybe there will be more Zlattenburg fans that can come and rally around Conchu and riot for more Zlattenburg content. So I do think Zlattenburg is one of my more interesting places that I did make of the country. I think it's a very cool place. So I'm going to read in the lore Babble. I'm going to read what I had and what I've written about Zlattenburg, and then I'll go into a little more depth about it, talk about it a little bit, especially where it is like current day and stuff like that. So Zlattenburg, which was originally the Kingdom of Zlattenburg, is essentially Zlatkos was once the absolute powerhouse of the entire continent, constantly battling, constantly expanding, and destroying everything in their path. These Zlatkos, which is what they're called, like that's the people, that's the people's names of the people that live in. They're not Zlattenburgers, but Zlattenburgers is a cool name. These Zlatkos were so obsessed with themselves and thought so highly of themselves that they decided to name themselves after gold or riches, which in like actual like IRL Slavic, I believe Zolto, Zlatkos, and like Zlatan, they're all like correlations of gold. Like that's where I got the name. Hoko, you guys know Hoko. Hoko was one of the ones that helped me with this name, because I had to come up with a whole bunch of custom names, and it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to come up with a bunch of names for places and creating names that have never been used before. So it was nice. It was nice to have a little bit of like, because I wanted a type of country like this, you know. They were once the most prosperous, the most dangerous, wanting nothing more than to conquer everything in their path. It wasn't long until the entire southern portion of Usaga, aside from the slim amount of Naga sect, that's a different country by the way, that remained was essentially conquered by Zlattenburg. It wasn't until they explored and clashed with the Hukians, which is another continent, or not continent, country, another country. Naga sect and Hukia is a country. Did they begin to find resistance in their otherwise smooth expansion. While the Hukians tried to reason with Zlattenburg, these natives saw themselves as superior to every other inhabitant of the continent, instead scoffed at any sensible proposal, and eventually this narcissism led to war. Today, Zlattenburg is the poorest country out of every country. They took the heaviest losses out of all the countries of the war, losing the most of their people and villainized by the other countries. They eventually had to put their pride aside and came to a compromise after the war had ended, leaving them in the sorry state that they had become. While they were winning battle after battle, they cared more about the war than their own people and their own land, taking hit after hit of slow poison, the wars taking out crops, destroying their own cities, and overall not having any kind of technological advances in anything that wasn't militaristic. This meant winning the battles, but ending up losing the wars, as their people and troops became hungry, low on morale, and little to no medicine for their injured. The people of Zlattenburg are still recovering from this hit, even though many centuries have passed since the war has concluded. And then we also have the government system for Zlattenburg. I love the government system for Zlattenburg. This is one of my most prideful, I loved it. I think this is so cool. I think this is so good. I'm patting myself on the back for the government system for Zlattenburg. So Zlattenburg has a king system in place. This king is called Zlatko or Zlato. And also the king doesn't have to be a king. It can be a guy or a girl. You know, it's just king is the name for it. And is always determined by the royal bloodline. The king will always have the final say, but has many advisors to try and guide him. Each advisor has to prove themselves in their sport called Zolto, which is in a golden ring, where contenders as much to up to 100 fight in a bracket-style competition, where you spar with your opponent until they surrender or submit. Original Zolto matches didn't allow surrendering, though present-day Zlattenburg needs their people, so it has become less deadly over time. Zlato is expected to have many children over the course of their kingship,
across many different mates, leading for a royal Zolto match for once the king wants to give his throne away. No matter the age of the child, they will be set as a contender, and only the strongest will be given the throne, making the current king not only a king of brawn, but also wit, needing most of the time the eldest son or daughter is not the victor. It's actually normally one of the younger ones that ends up surpassing the competition, using more wit than brawn, as well as a keen swordsmanship or marksmanship that requires finesse and training. Typically, the elders get too full of themselves and don't hone themselves every day, as the underdogs of the younger children do. Just like soldiers defending their home will fight stronger than the invaders that are fighting for a paycheck. And so that's like how that's the government system and like the little lore background of Zlattenburg. That's Zlattenburg. That's one of the places in the modern continent. That's one of the places that are in like the my lore. I hope you do you have any questions about Zlattenburg? Is there anything that you want to know about Zlattenburg? Please leave your lore questions below. And once again, if there's anything you want me to talk about in like the next Bunny Babble, make sure to tell me. And you know, I'll try to do a little segment where I talk about the comments. I talk about, you know, things that you guys want me to talk about, stuff like that. I'm looking forward to reading all your comments. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say, and I'm looking forward to just doing the next week's Bunny Babble. I do have a lot of exciting things in the work, and hopefully tomorrow there will be a thump and bark. If there's not a thump and bark, well, it might be a mini thump. I don't think it'll be like a thump and bark, because I think it would be a thump without the bark. And if not, then I might do my like anime list thingy. Might make a video about like the animes of last season and which one you should watch. Like maybe like a top 5 of the previous season's anime and stuff like that. But don't forget to leave your algorithmic comment down below. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. There's the notification bell as well. Jingle, 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 jingle. Bunny Babble's over. This is subscribe. Subscribe. Make sure to subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Hit the like button. If you don't like the video, if you don't like it, if you unlike it, if you dislike the video, I'm gonna take. You know what? I'm gonna take the bell away. You know, who cares? You don't care if I kill your boyfriend, your boyfriend's dog, your boyfriend's girlfriend. Like you don't care if I kill your family members, if I kill your boss, your boss's dog. You don't care about that. You don't care if I'm being a little silly. You care about the spell. You care about the spell. You better like the video. This fucking bell. I'm gonna kill this. I'm not gonna kill your loved ones. I'm gonna kill your attention. You won't have this anymore. What will you do then? That's what I thought. So like the video and leave an algorithm comment down below and subscribe if you haven't already. Those were the topics. I hope you like the Bunny Babble. And like once again, just if you want me to talk about stuff, because sometimes it is really hard to like find topics to talk about, especially if just nothing is happening this week. I can only babble for so long when I don't have anything to babble about. So thank you for watching. It's a pretty long video, so you know, if it's background noise, it's background noise. Hopefully it's still good. But bye bye. Wait, do I have an outro for this? Do I have an outro? This has been the Bunny Babble Boy Babbles, and I'll babble boo you best speak, I'll babble to you. Bye-bye. Bye, Bunny Babble Boy. Bye-bye. I'll figure out, you know, comment down below what you think my Bunny Babble outro and intro should be like. Give me some ideas down below. Come on. Anyway, bye-bye.